The journey begins. I love the fact that you have said it is possible to earn money doing nothing. You have given examples of people doing that, but you've also talked about yourself. So the dream is valid. My goal is valid. Now let's then start this from the genesis. In order for me to earn money doing nothing, where does this journey begin? Either of you can take it.
With an income. Because you need an income. I mean, you can't create wealth without an income.
Rina,
An
again,
income, okay.
what is an income?
Money that comes in, whether you are selling clothes, shoes, whether you are employed somewhere and you're earning a salary, whether you are in the gig economy, you are a musician, you do gigs every few days a week, or maybe even a month. Maybe you're a graphic designer or an animator and you do your cartoons or animations and get paid once in 3 months. It doesn't matter. As long as there's money coming in to your M-Pesa, into your bank account, into your wherever you keep money, that's an income. So you first need money coming in. And that money coming in can be of any amount.
Okay.
Any amount. As long as there's something coming in. And that's where it begins.
Pius, chime in on this.
I am pondering over this. Where do you start? And the reason why you see me hesitating is because I have started many times and I keep redefining it. So I think my starting point for the people who are listening is you really need to redefine success.
To redefine success.
Redefine success. Okay. Because you can't travel to a place you do not know. We've just said,
oh wow, yeah.
Can you earn money while sleeping or while doing nothing? For me, that is really how success looks like. If you get to a place where you really don't have to work to pay your bills, you really don't have to work to do the things that make us run around, there's something. The success is there. And I'm going to say something here. Everybody that I know, knowingly or unknowingly, is looking for two things: a lot of money and a lot of time. A lot of money and a lot of time.
Yeah.
The only problem is, it's only a very small section of the global population that actually live in that district called a lot of money
And a lot of
and
time.
a lot of time.
That's true.
And for me, that is really success. When you have a lot of money and a lot of time, you have freedom and options with what to do with time. Now, let me come to another thing that I want to demystify. What were you told? Time is?
Money.
Time is not money. Time can never be money. Time is by far more valuable than money.
Absolutely.
Why? If today you went to Nairobi Hospital and you saw the people who are fighting for their lives, they are willing to pay with everything and borrow everything as long as they can be assured of one thing, that their life will be preserved and they would have time. So you cannot even compare time and money. So the biggest, I'm saying difficult things. The greatest battle that we face in life is warfare on our time. Because everything is fighting for your time. And now we don't have time to do the things that are most important to us.
Yeah.
We are not there for our children. We are not there when our parents need us. We are not there when our friends need us. I went for a burial somewhere, and I could just read the mood. Everybody was looking at
This is
time.
taking too long.
Can we get done with this burial? We move on to the next thing. What happened to presence? You know, so it's because not because these people are inhuman, but because we are all pressed for this thing. The thing that the biggest warfare on our lives is against our time. So when you talk about wealth, any wealth that does not allow us to have time is not wealth. I know I've mixed up a lot of things
No,
here.
it's so deep, eh? Oh
But
my.
first of all, before we go too far, we need to really define success. Success is not having a lot of money. Success is having a lot of time. Because I have seen billionaires who are broke because they are asset rich and cash poor, and therefore they are still struggling like everybody else.
You've used some jargon when you start saying asset rich, asset.
So people who have a lot of properties, things, and we all know them, they look like they are rich, but they actually are not rich.
Because they don't have cash.
Because they don't have cash. If a child gets sick, they can't produce that cash. So what happens then? Then they end up using all their time trying to look for this cash, and therefore they are not free. They lose their options. So first, my starting point in this journey is, first of all, can we have a common end point? How does success look like? Success is when you have a lot of money and a lot of time.
Rina?
Yes. Where do I go from there?
That's so brilliant.
I know.
I love that he has connected time and also money. And this is somebody who was with Dr. Kirubi, the one who was making the 58 million dividends when he was running out of time. So he speaks from seeing. I want to ask you, for you then, where did you start? Because I like, is age a limitation to starting? Is wealth a limitation to starting? Is knowledge a limitation to starting? What was it that clicked in you? Where was your beginning?
Okay. So I've had several beginnings, but my biggest beginning, let me go with my biggest beginning, the one where I think I got a mindset shift, was when I interacted with a client who completely changed my life. I mean, before that I had been investing, but it wasn't in a way that was purposeful, methodical. It was just, putting in money, I make money, sell, spend my money. I mean, I was just enjoying and kind of going with the flow. And I met this client. He was in university, didn't have money, and he was celebrating the fact that he had gotten money from HELB. Okay, so in Kenya, that's the Higher Education Loans Board that lends students money to go through university, right? So he had gotten 24,000, and he was thrilled that he had 24,000 shillings to be able to spend that semester. But instead of spending it, he decided, I'm going to spend 5K, and 19,000 I'm going to invest so that I have money coming through for me. That guy started with me, and we began a journey, and we walked this journey for 4 years. 9 years later, he withdrew 2.84 million. Okay, I was signing approvals for RTGSs at that time. And I remember seeing his name. He used to bring 2,000, 5,000, 20,000. 20,000 was like late, towards the end of the 9 years. But like at the beginning, it was just less than 10,000 each time. And it wasn't every month, but it was every time he had access to money he would bring. And I saw that payment, and I was just like, oh my goodness. what have I been doing? We began this journey together. I called him, we had tea, and he told me, but I've been doing what we agreed. Are you understanding? What kind of a wake-up call do you think I got? I was like, I'm here telling people what to do. And this guy now is a landlord. This was his deposit for an office where he would begin to get passive income that just comes in when he's
doing
sleeping.
nothing.
And for me, I'm just slogging, right? Working hard. And I remember thinking, this guy was an orphan. No uncle, auntie, godfather to help give him money. He's paid through his university, through help and help from whoever, well-wishers. I am in a completely different situation and we are not at the same place. How is that even possible? And he taught me several things. The fact that one is it's an issue of mindset. So my mind shifted. I was just like, from that day, I'm going to be better with what is put in my hand. Even if I get 5,000 Richie, you give me 5,000 today, it's my birthday, and tell me go and buy yourself a present, a portion of that money, if not all, I put it away. Do you understand? Because I'm like, it just came, it's a surprise. Okay, I could buy myself something and maybe I will, perhaps maybe with 1,000 and maybe tithe some. The rest, I put it away. And that's a habit I've gotten into, even if it's 5,000 shillings, even how, the size doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying, it's an income. Whatever you receive, even if it's a gift, you need to put some away. You can't just be spending everything. So for me, you asked me, when was my beginning? That really, truly, in my view, was my beginning of being conscious of the opportunities that are around me to actually put money aside that then I can invest towards that money that comes when I'm sleeping.
This is why this is so powerful. As much as in the beginning you said that it starts when you have an income, Rina, you had an income for years.
Yes.
Years. More than this 24,000 this person was making.
Yeah, for at least 4 years.
With
or 3
less
years.
responsibilities. You get?
Yeah.
So there are very many people with, for example, a salary. But still, aka an income that comes every end month between the 25th and the 5th, maybe the 10th sometimes when it's late. But they still haven't started. There are other people who, as you clearly said, are in the gig economy. They are musicians, they're actors, they're YouTubers. So this money doesn't come standard every month, but they are getting it. But they also have not yet started. This thing, what I'm hearing is that there's a mindset. Yes, there's income, but there's also mindset. And that mindset, as Pius said, there's an element of time.
It is the big thing.
Okay.
The big thing is time.
The big thing is time.
The big thing is time.
I've heard Rina talk about put away something. We are coming back. We are continuing on the journey. I know where we've started right now. This journey, the car at least in a grumisha. Let's take a break. We are coming back.